Alright, so today we're going to take a look at Garbha Pindasana, and more specifically I'm going to show you a really cool way to get the arms through once your legs are locked into Padmasana, because as many Ashtangis will know, the entry for this one can be one of the biggest moments of struggle in the whole primary series, and using this technique that I'm about to show you could make a big difference to the overall quality of your pose, or it might even give you the option to stop setting up by using the most widely accepted prop in the Mysore room, which would be that silly little spray can of water. So the reason we use that is obviously so the arms can slide through more easily. There's less traction when the skin is wet, but what some people won't realize is that there's also less traction when the skin is completely dry. So if you're not sweaty at all, or if you tend to practice in lungs and sleeves, then a lot of the time it won't really be useful to start spraying yourself down before you do the pose. It's when you're in that in-between range where you're a bit sweaty but it's not really like dripping, that makes this really challenging, and you won't be able to wipe the skin completely dry just by using your towel. So it seems like the next easiest thing to do is to literally stop what you're doing, abandon the breathing technique altogether, take a long, confused look around the yogashala, then clamber up off your mat and start walking around looking for this watering can so you can eventually hose down and start doing the pose. And it all just feels a little bit unfortunate to have to break the continuity of your moving meditation just for this. But what can you do? You can't really make the arms any smaller so they can fit through. But what we could do, maybe, is we could try making the gap a little bit bigger. Now, a proficient Padmasana and healthy knees are an obvious prerequisite for doing this pose at all, but once you're comfortably in your lotus position, start by taking the right hand through first by aiming close to the ankles and drawing this diagonal line across the body towards the left corner of your mat. And rather than fighting for every inch, try to be a little more assertive here and just use a very definite exhale and push through until the whole forearm and elbow are free on the other side. So we use that space near the ankles as opposed to underneath the calf, and the angle going across the body so that we're moving into this area that has the most space to slide through. And that is invariably easier with the first arm, the right. When you take the left arm through, you generally won't have quite as much space to fit through. And of course, it's really great if you can just do the same thing quick and easy with the left, but if it feels tighter on that side, and usually it does, then set up by taking your free hand, the left hand, and assisting your left foot up into your right armpit. It's kind of like you're trying to straighten the leg to come out of Padmasana, but just enough so that you can open up a little gap to get your left arm through. Again, exhale, keep the back round, and assertively slide the arm through. If you've got the elbows all the way through, squeeze the knees together, bandhas engage, round back, and you should be able to catch the sides of the face and hold for 5 breaths. If that's not quite happening, then it's really worth taking your time to try and squeeze out the last few centimeters, because every single one will make a big difference to how much reach you can get with the arms. So you might kind of feel like you're a good 20 or 30 centimeters away from reaching the face, but actually you only need to get 1 or 2 centimeters deeper for the elbows to clear, which should then give you all the length you need to make contact with the face. Hands over the ears, hold for 5 breaths, then move the fingers to the forehead and try to keep that contact as you roll. Exhale down, inhale up is the breathing pattern. Go for big confident rolls, keep the back round, core engaged. Then Garbha Kukkutasana, roll all the way up, head up, eyes down, looking at the tip of the nose. Hold for 5 breaths. And again, this will feel so much more stable if you manage to get the arms through properly. Now keep the knees up, stay compact, lifting through the pelvic floor. Then exhale, come down. Dasha, inhale, lift up. Ekadasha, Chatwari, jump back. Dwadasha, inhale. Trayodasha, exhale. All right, so I hope that helps with getting the arms through. The next thing that you'll want to get really clear on is the exit from Kukkutasana, being able to lift up from your lotus position and jump back cleanly to Chatwari. So feel free to check out this little tutorial over here and subscribe for more videos. See you in the next one.